The glitz of an international summit downgraded to a virtual conference. EU and Chinese leaders had planned to hold face-to-face talks in Germany, but the resurgent coronavirus pandemic meant that was changed to a video link between two top EU officials, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and the Chinese President Xi Jinping. Speaking after the meeting, European leaders reiterated demands for China to open up its markets.
Europe needs to be a player, not a playing field. Today's meeting represents another step forward in forging a more balanced relationship with China.
We expect that the market access barriers in China will be removed.
Europe sees its current trade relationship with China as deeply unfair, but is not seeking a trade war, says analyst Steve Sang.
I think COVID-19 has changed a lot of things in terms of relationship with China. Many of these countries found China less than an entirely reliable trading partner or supplier of essential goods like medical supplies. So some of that will change, but they really don't want to have a economic decoupling with China.
But the trade talks were overshadowed by growing criticism of China's human rights record. The EU has called on Beijing to end its clampdown on pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. And Europe has voiced growing alarm over China's treatment of the Muslim Uyghur population in Xinjiang province, where human rights groups say millions of people are being detained. While China denies the accusations, German Chancellor Angela Merkel says Europe will continue to raise the issue.
The
human rights dialogue will continue. Chinese President Xi Jinping offered this, so there are already points of contact for further joint action. But that does not mean that there is agreement on these issues.
Chinese state media reports that President Xi Jinping has rejected any interference in Chinese affairs, particularly on human rights. The relationship is strained, says Tsang.
Governments generally and the EU as a whole also take a more robust stance, reflecting the shift in public opinion towards China.
With the EU as China's top trading partner, analysts say Beijing wants to avoid further disputes amid its trade war with the United States. For its part, Brussels says it will continue to bring up security and human rights concerns, even as it seeks more trade. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.